Welcome to the 2016 Seaboard Central Layout Tour. This is an overall view of the layout. Layout room is about 11.5 feet wide by about 23 feet long. And the entrance to the layout is over this lift out section. This is the first section where I started the layout, and it's been changed from the original design. It now has a pit to unload ballast hoppers. All the track on the layout is Micro Engineering Code 83 track, Code 83 number 6 turnouts. Backdrops on the layout are all done by King. And this section will soon receive some more attention, including some more of these beautiful pine trees from Sterling Models. And I look forward to that. This next section goes over my workbench. And the layout height is 40 inches off the ground. You can sit at the workbench and do work. And set cars right up on these tracks. And the first track closest to us is actually be used as a programming track and can be isolated too. This is where I do work on my cars and my locomotives. And then they progress through the shop area. This will actually end up having a large Walther's engine house, a number of stalls, and then soon to be added will be fueling racks in this location for all the locomotives, including a number of sanding towers. Layout is DCC, powered with Lens operating system. Train you're seeing moving right now, the Athearn GP40-2 was custom weathered and detailed by Bradley DCC, and these cars that the locomotive is pulling was all weathered by myself throughout the course of the year. During 2017, I hope to do a lot more. And also start working on these locomotives, including adding loc sound decoders to the ones that don't already have them. This section right here will end up having a back shop to do heavy repairs. And then coming off this lead, we go through a wooded area. This was the first area that actually added scenery to the layout. This spur track will end up going to an industrial park that hopefully I'll get to start working on this year. That'll give me 3 more industries to switch. This section, which was recently added, is my staging yard. And I have 4 tracks. It's about 12 feet long. So that gives me some extra operation opportunities. I can start storing trains here. Coming out of the staging yard, you see one of my newest engines. It's an MTH-9 that was custom weathered and detailed by Bradley DCC, including adding a brand new Loke-Sound 4.0 decoder. And it's my first unit equipped with the Loke-Sound full throttle feature. It includes a custom horn, and it sounds really good. With full throttle, you can hit the drive hold feature, crank the RPMs up on the locomotive. It'll maintain the same speed. Release the drive hold for just a moment. It'll catch up a little bit. Release it again. And it'll catch up to the actual speed. Once you reach that speed, you can hit drive hold again and decrease the throttle. And the RPMs will go down, but the speed remains constant. All of these cars that the locomotive is pulling was done either by protoloads.com or Bradley DCC, who also weathered some cars for me. One other thing I completed this year was this Yardmaster's desk. The waybill boxes represent the industries that are on the layout, including the industry class codes, such as G13, G14. And I use these boxes just to identify which cars are assigned to what industries, and then I make switch lists accordingly. My conductors use a clipboard when they go with the train. The Yardmaster can make the switch list based off the car cards. This section represents East Griffin, and I added a little bit of scenery here. And this is the east end of the yard. Also added scenery here during the year, including the backdrop behind this area. If you go back and you look at the 2015 layout update, you'll see the big difference in this particular area. Griffin Yard is actually 2 yards with a main line split in the middle. On this side of the yard you see South Yard, tracks 1 through 4. And then there's the passing siding where you see a couple of covered coils sitting on it. Main line, train's going down the main line. On the other side of it is North Yard lead, and it includes 3 tracks. North Yard 1 through 3. Here at the south end of the yard, I added some more scenery and a parking lot for the depot. And also worked around the team track where I can occasionally spot a gondola full of brand new cross ties. The industry in the background was done this year. That's AEP Industries, which makes a shrink wrap product used in the food industry. And they get carloads of plastic pellets, chemicals, and soybean oil in paint cars. Downtown Griffin was also done earlier this year, including some simulated cracks in the pavement, the weathered asphalt, and the lines on the road are by highways and byways. Seaboard Central layout is set in spring of 2015. So that's why you see the blossom trees around the sidewalks. And I keep the railroad set in 2015 for a couple of reasons. One is a lot of these cars are weathered according to prototype photos based on that particular time frame. And also, as a professional railroad employee, I realized that cars get renumbered quite often. And so I wanted to capture what they were during the spring of 2015. Another reason why, probably the most important reason why, will be this section that I'll work on in 2017. And I'll have an older style mansion that will be in this location with a really pretty garden. And in the backyard will be a wedding scene. And it'll be based off of what happened for me back in last year in 2015. I got married to my beautiful wife in an outdoor wedding. So that's the Seaboard Central. Hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you stick around for 2017 to see what else we can do. Thanks for stopping by.